Saturday, everybody. All right, gonna get myself set up here. Gotta get you guys plugged in. We are already low battery. All right, give me a few minutes to get things set up. I'm talking like as if there's 100 people here waiting for me, but there's 0. Good morning, Pro Pyro. Happy Saturday. How are you doing today? I'm doing great today. I had a great morning so far, and I've got some cool updates for you guys, so I'm looking forward to it. Just getting myself set up here. I gotta get rid of this. Is our end of life. These dahlias are done. All right, I'm just getting myself cleaned up, set up here, and then we're gonna get to it. All right. Okay. All right. What's up, everybody? Hasholio, good morning. Bernie, good morning. That is a lemon tree, Myro. I'm trying to get that one figured out. It's very sad looking. I might actually add water to it. Hang on 1 second. It is a sad lemon seedling. All right, gave it a little bit of a watering. Just gonna get my other water here. What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day so far. Happy Saturday. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bernie, I said good morning, I forget. But if I didn't, good morning. Good morning, Hasholio. Good morning, Pro Pyro. What is up, everybody? It's Saturday. It's a sunny day outside. And it's always a sunny day in the tent. Gotta get my buckets filled. Got some stuff to do. Got a little bit of cleanup to do. So I got a cool update for you guys. Like a really cool update. All right. This last week, I've been trying to figure out a better way to start my seeds. A way where I can skip the whole transferring the seedling from one medium to another. Some kind of method that will be a one-stop shop. Start the seed is where its final destination is. So I had laid out a piece of paper towel, so I apologize for repeating myself because I've already told you guys. Those that have been following along, I've already shared this with you guys. I laid out a strip of paper towel and popped the seed in the middle of the foam collar, hoping that the seed would sprout right through the center and through the hole, and then once it grows, we can just take this foam collar and put it in the grow tower. So far, we had one that was successful. Oh my gosh, the root is like dry. But there is the root. We got to get this in the grow tower. And there is the seedling. So it's been out of the dome for a couple of days, but it worked. It sprouted, the roots sticking out the bottom, which is what we want. And there's the seedling. So the other day, I went ahead and I did it with about 20 more seedlings, and we covered them with a towel this time. So the one that you saw that sprouted and the other 2 foam collars that I just showed you, I did 3 total and only 1 of 3 sprouted. So we did 20 versus just waiting to see if the other 2 are going to sprout. I did 20 yesterday, and I wrapped it. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Remind me, you guys, what day did we do it? Where's my other device? Because I should have written this down. We did it on Thursday, I think. Thursday we started the seeds. We started 20 of them, and I want to show you guys what it looks like right now. Oh yeah, I need more water than that first. Hang on one second, you guys. I want to show you this. So within 2 days, I want to say 2 days, but I should really fact check myself. Live. I'm just looking at my old lives. Hang on. Poppin' seeds. Okay, Thursday. Thursday is when we started seeds. All right. I'm going to show you guys an update. I want you guys to see what happened. So here it is, wrapped in our nice towel. I told you guys I was going to start magic tricks. Well, here it is. All right, so actually I'm going to do the grand reveal for you in a moment. I'm going to flip you guys around and show you what we got. It's pretty freaking cool. All right. Got to clear my throat for this one. All right, ready? Dun 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 dun. Well, you don't see anything yet, but wait for it. Dun 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 dun. There's so many of them that sprouted. It worked. It's only been 2 days and it worked. There it is, you guys. The seedling is there, and it did exactly what I wanted it to do. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Come on, you guys. Smash that like button. We did it. Obviously, I don't want to count my seeds before they sprout, but it's looking... Now, I don't really want to... I'm going to touch one, even though I don't want to. There it is. Look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. There's the root at the bottom, and boom, the leaves at the top. Oh my gosh. TFP is a freaking genius. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't go that far. Not a genius, but I'm really excited about this. I towel was the game changer. I think the ones that didn't have a towel, the tray that I showed you with just the 2 collars left, I don't think it's warm enough. So now I'm like, okay, these started as soon as the leaves pop. We're going to get them introduced into some oxygen, and then we'll leave them for a couple of days before we get to move them to the grow tower. But honestly, so I was out all morning this morning. I actually a friend of mine was having a garage sale, so I went to go check that out. Picked up a fan. So I got a fan for here, 16-inch fan, a wall fan, and I had a busy morning, and I just got home, and I'm like, you know what? Let me check on things first so I know what I'm going to talk about for the live. And I'm like, let me check on my seedlings. And they're ready for light so they can turn green. All right. Well, then I'm going to introduce them into the light. I'm really excited about this, you guys. What up, Bark Dog? Thanks for hanging out. Welcome. So normally, as you know, I pop my seeds in the polyurethane sponge and then it sprouts, but my challenge is the root grows, oh my gosh, struggling here. The root grows into the sponge. You see that? It's going right through the sponge. So now when I want to take it out and put it in the foam collar, I'm going to break the root. So for those of you that just joined, I'll recap really quick. Piece of paper towel down, very, very damp. Foam collars on top, and in the hole of the foam collar, I popped a seed, and boom, there it is. And now I don't need to do anything. The root is sticking out the bottom perfectly, just like how I want it. Put it in the net pot, put it in the tower, and that is it. So Vark Dog is asking if I've tried a can-a-can. I have not. And the thing with the can-a-can is, I know it's wonderful for germinating, but my problem is if the seed isn't in some kind of medium, when it sprouts, it starts to coil and it curls. Then I can't straighten it out to properly place it in, in the foam collar. I need the seedling, for lack of a better way to explain it, I need the seedling to be erect so it can just go right through and have the root sticking out the bottom and the leaves out the top. And so that is my goal. And so with the can-a-can, I'll have to try it because maybe it'll work. Maybe the seedling will grow straight, but I have a feeling that because it doesn't have any direction or anything kind of keeping it trained, so to speak, it won't grow up straight. And so having the center column, this cavity here in the foam collar, allows the seed, or forces the seed to just grow straight up, to grow straight up, and the root is still hanging out the bottom. So now there's no transplanting process. There's nothing other than popping the seed, and that's it. So I'm so freaking excited. This is going to be a game changer for me. This is going to take a lot of time. So I'm going to move these to the light, but before I do so, I got to film it into a short, and so I don't want to move anything out of here just yet. After I get off this live, we're gonna film some content and just to document, right? Because this is very cool. And so now, for example, this one was our beta test. It was the first one. I popped it in the hole, it sprouted, and we have the root out the bottom, and now we're gonna get it in the grow tower. I don't know if I should give it maybe another day or so, but let's just push it and let's just see. So we're gonna get it in the grow tower. But this is the quickest I've ever done a transplant. I started this seed, I think, when did I start this seed? Maybe on Monday. So less than a week from starting, from germination, and I'm already getting it into the grow tower. This is huge. Normally what happens is I take it out of the sponge, I break the root, and then I have to wait for the root to grow back and regenerate. And so I'm already losing like 2 weeks with that. So, oh my gosh, I'm so freaking excited. Thanks, Vark Dog. And yeah, if you use net pots and cloning collars, you can definitely do that. Damp piece, it's like a hybrid paper towel method. So we're just going to pop this out here, take out the old foam collar, replace it with the new one, and there it is. That is our first one done with this experiment, and hope it survives and it's successful. And this is going to completely change things. It's gonna be such a game changer. I can't get over it. I use an arrow cloner that I made out of a Home Depot storage bucket. That is freaking awesome. Yeah, absolutely. You could definitely achieve this. Forgetting about my coffee. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I feel like a freaking genius. It's not often I have, well, I mean, it is often because I always have good stuff growing and stuff happening in the garden, but today's one of those. I'm feeling very proud and excited about that discovery. So thank you to all of those you that were a part of it, because that's so fun. You get to see kind of the the birth of something new, a new process. What's up, Corey? Good morning. So I had to get rid of 2 of 4 dahlia flowers that we harvested. These are just in straight up distilled water, no flower food. And as you can see, they're fading in color. But when I take you on the tent tour, they're gonna see the new one that's growing. It's crazy. Before we do the tent tour, while the yellow tower was operational, I had a bunch of plants in there that we were getting rid of, and I had a celosia flower that I broke, which is this. I broke it and it was getting large, and I was so upset that I broke it, and I tried to let it rip itself, but to no avail. And now these ones have been in water, and I think it's really hard to see, but there is a little root. Where is it? It's somewhere there, you guys. There are roots forming. I swear I could see it. Or maybe in the light. Anyways, we've got roots. Bernie, I don't even want to say that out loud. No, it's not tomato daddy, it's seed daddy. Get it right, Bernie. Anyways, so I'm really excited about all that good stuff. We're gonna see what else can be transferred into the tower, and do I have anything else? I'm just checking to see if anything else sprouted. All right, so we did a bunch of lettuce seeds. Those are sprouting. I'm gonna show you guys here. So we did some in paper towel method, but now those are no good to me anymore. What's up, Mark? Thanks for hanging out. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. I know it just started, but so these guys are just sprouting now. Now would be a good time to pick them out and get them in the foam collars. What do you guys think? Stick them in the foam collar over paper towel and leave it covered for another couple days. Make my process easier. Anyways, that is really, really cool. That made my whole entire day. So yeah, I had such a fun morning this morning. I went to, a friend of mine was having a garage sale, and he's also a part of the gardening and grow community, and we have obviously mutual people that we know in the community, and there's this girl that I've been following for a long time on Instagram. She grows the most beautiful peppers, all kinds of varieties, and her handle on Instagram is Chilena's Peppers, and I got to meet her in person today, which was so awesome because she is a wonderful gardener slash grower, and I got to pick her brain about growing peppers and stuff a little bit, and I was excited. It's always nice when you get to meet somebody from the community in person, so that was fun. Do I use mats? Yes, so I have heating pads, but I find that when I typically use the paper towel method for germination, and when I put it on a heating pad, I find that the paper towel dries up very quickly, and it makes it challenging to just provide a good germination environment because I had it wrong, I guess. When I was germinating seeds earlier on, I was doing the heating pad under a light, and so it just totally dried up the paper towel. And once it dries up, then it's no good anymore. Was my setup expensive? It was definitely an initial investment, an upfront cost for sure. It wasn't like $1 million or anything, but it wasn't cheap. You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into setting up the tent. There's lighting, airflow, electrical, figuring out where you're going to acquire your water, all the systems, the time involved to set everything up. So I am working on a video outlining all the costs of a setup like this or something similar, and probably add in information about something like a bit on a smaller scale that would be maybe more affordable. It costs as much as a used car, LOL. Depends on what kind of used car we're talking. Like, we talking a used McLaren, or we talking a used Civic? You know what I mean? But no, I'm just kidding. It wasn't like a crazy expensive, but it was expensive. It's not cheap. Another is the electrical. I mean the hydro bill or whatever. Anyways, all right, so we're gonna go on a tent tour. I'm gonna show what's new. We'll start off with the grow tower as per usual. Prices can vary so much, especially choosing a light. Yes, so I've been actually getting a lot of questions about what lights these are. So these are the SE700, the Spider Farmer SE700. They're 730 watts, but these are not the Bluetooth ones. These do not connect to Bluetooth. They're just standalone, plug into electrical, and yeah, it isn't cheap, but you get what you pay for, right? And so that's why it's important that I start to really think about my food production, my efficiency, my output. Like, I really have to, you know, get my act together and get this show on the road. All right, so starting with the green tower, again, the yellow tower is empty. I gotta get back focusing on clones, strawberry clones. Oh no, our basil's flowering. I gotta cut that. Yeah, Bernie, you know what? I just realized, I don't know why I thought they were Bluetooth, so I sat here for 20 minutes trying to connect to a device, and then I realized, oh wait, they're not. And that's probably why it won't connect. So, no, they're the older version. These were purchased in like 2020, so at that point in time, I don't remember if they had the Bluetooth ones or not, but yeah, they have Bluetooth everything now. All right, so green tower looking good. I mean, I've been harvesting so much parsley. So parsley looks a little sparse. Gotta clean up some of this stuff in here. But yeah, everything good. I'm happy. We've got our basil, we've got parsley, we've got all of this sage here, and we've got, where do I put this? Hang on. Let's put this here for a sec. What up, Seed Daddy? Good morning. And you guys, we just transplanted our romaine a couple days ago. Look at this. It's already growing so fast. This is insane, just a couple days. And now with our new approach, oh my gosh, for a second I thought this was my experimental one. I was like, you guys, look, it grew so much. This is our newest one that we put in, so we'll see at what rate that one grows. I pushed the foam collar in a little more so that it can hit the root nicely, but yeah, we've got some good growth here, so I don't know, man, soon. Oh, I got an empty port here, and we lost one there, but and then the kale is coming along so nicely. Check it out. We got our kale here. We got our first true leaf. This is dinosaur kale. Dinosaur kale. Dinosaur kale. And yeah, we've got all these exciting little romaine growing. We've got a zinnia down there. I think that's another kale. Kale. Like, oh God, I'm having PTSD. Why did I do so much kale? And these are our cucumbers. We've got our first true leaf. These are Armenian cucumbers, and more zinnias, more romaine lettuce. So I am excited about that. Just gonna get a sip of coffee and take you to the other side, show you what's popping. All right. The buckets. First thing I've got to show you is the 5th dahlia flower. is even cooler than the first, second, third, and fourth. I don't know how to describe it, you guys, but it's just like leopard print. It's so freaking cool. And we've just got so many new buds. So I'm excited about that. Look at all these new flowers that are gonna happen. Do those cucumbers crawl and expand a lot? The ones I grow outside scale my garden wall. Yes. So we've got trellis and stuff ready, but especially Armenian cucumbers, they grow like crazy. We've got our strawberry plant, which is doing better now. We've got new runners coming, new strawberries growing, and still trying to perfect the environment. She's going to get her own environment soon. She's going to be going in the grow tower with the clones. But because the tower is so light in color, I need to wait till the plants get mature before getting them in the tower, because I need them to cover the surface area of the walls. So yeah, but I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. This is my second try at growing strawberries. The first time I got thrips and had to throw everything out before I even got flowers. So I'm pretty excited. We'll see how they do. Right now they're really small. They're not great quality because I haven't been pollinating them, because I'm just waiting, but maybe pollinating will help encourage and stuff. So anyways, and then of course the dahlia plant. The tomatoes are looking a little bare because I've harvested so many in the last couple of days. Probably like 50 tomatoes, but we got some more happening here, more over there. We'll have more in the next few days. I have 3 dahlias in my flower bed. Love them, super pretty. Yes, love dahlias. They're awesome. I'm thinking of growing some dahlia in my grow room during the winter. Journey, do it. They're so fun to look at. This is an interesting variety. This one is called Can Girls. Hasholio, yes, I'm using CalMag, but I know this is calcium deficiency right here. I had issues with my nutrients, off track, and so got to get back on track. Watermelon. The watermelon plant is, okay, so you guys, it's confirmed the watermelon's growing. It's definitely bigger, for sure. So I'm excited about that, but it's really just growing from one side. This part is just kind of bulging out of the sling. It's a sugar baby watermelon, and yeah, I'm excited about that. And then the Chinese 5-color, bump up the dosage. Okay, I will. More than the recommended amount? I haven't even been nearly enough, so probably should start off slow and work my way up. What up, Doyle? Good morning. And then, yeah, more Chinese 5-color peppers. Definitely going to be harvesting, making more chili oil for sure. Can't wait for that. And then just more tomatoes. This is our tomato wall. And then the pepper plants are doing well. I've got some poblanos growing. And where are the other ones? There's some other ones in here somewhere. And I've got, yes, Sholio, that's actually something I've recently learned, that CalMag precedes all other nutrients. So we had a jalapeno plant that we gave a root rinse to that was shocked, and now it's actually bouncing back. Same with the habanero plant. It looks like it's kind of come back to life. And we've got our pepper plant. Okay, this one is so weird. It's a pepper growing out of a pepper. It's so odd. And yeah, we've got just a lot of new growth here. And then, oh my gosh, the actual other pepper plants are, yeah, they're doing so well. They're getting so tall. Sorry, I can't, when I'm distracted because I'm actually looking at them for the first time myself today, I don't even know what's coming out of my mouth. So what I meant to say was the new peppers are doing so much better than these ones. They're also just growing taller. So now everything's starting to be at the same height. So now I don't have those concerns about PPFD trying to accommodate all different canopies. Well, other than the tomatoes, but you know, I got to try to get them down lower. I use High Clean to add in right after my Nutrient Spark Dog. And then somebody recently gifted me some Flora Clean. So I'm going to be trying to use that. It's a GH hydroponic cleaner. I don't know what it's called, but it's called Flora Clean. We've got flowers on the eggplants. Of course, we're going to try to pollinate this one again. We've got our first eggplant flower that opened. And yeah, eggplants are getting huge. And then we've got just tons of tomatoes growing here. These ones are almost all ripe. I'm waiting till each and every one is ripe so that I can pick them all at the same time in one giant, beautiful orange cluster. I can't wait. So yeah, that is what's new in the grow tent. Everything's looking pretty good. Let me just catch up on some chat. I'm in seed saving mode and seed ordering mode. Don't you have enough less? I'm saving seeds from what I'm growing this year, stockpiling every year. I order some new varieties of different types of things. That's the best way to do it. You have patience. I cut mine as they ripen. Bark Dog, I encourage you to experiment with when you pick them and taste them. Do taste tests, because that's what I've been doing. Is I used to pick them like when they're like this before they're even ripe, just because I didn't freaking wait and I was so excited. But if you've ever tasted a vine ripened tomato, it tastes far superior than a tomato that's ripened off the vine. Much sweeter, much more flavorful. I've tried so many different times to harvest, and there's nothing like a vine ripened tomato. So you gotta wait till they're almost like, you don't want it to be mushy, but you want to be able to squeeze it, and if it's firm, don't pick it yet. When it feels soft, but not too soft, then you can pick it. I didn't know something was happening with ordering seeds. Wanted to see if I need to stockpile. Bernie, you should always stockpile, because you never know. And the thing is, if you store your seeds, it'd be fine. But yeah, with tomatoes, I've tried so many different ways of harvesting or different times to harvest, and typically works best when, or tastes the best when it's already feels like a ripe tomato. All right, so I'm gonna get some gloves on. We're gonna take down some of this height on the tomato plants, and maybe when I have that whole thing open there that are harvested, and we'll do the tomato recipe live. I actually bought burrata cheese, which is like a mozzarella with like a milky mozzarella center, and I want to have that with basil from the Grow Tower and my fresh tomatoes. It's gonna be so good, you guys. I can't freaking wait. All right, so we're gonna prune our tomatoes. I'm gonna try to, get the garden cleaned up a little bit, get things looking nice, get the tomatoes cleaned up. I've got 10 tomato plants here, and the 2 that I have in the second bucket system are doing better than all of these combined. So these are 10, and these are 2, and it looks almost just as much. They're just doing so well. Like, look how good those look. Oh my gosh. Can't wait. When I wait for them to all ripen, I lose out on some. Vark dog, that means that you're overwatering them. When they split open like that, or they look like a butt crack, for lack of a better way to explain it, you've overwatered them. Tomatoes like water, but not too much. And you'll notice the flavor inside, the ratio of like flesh to jelliness will be off. It's gotta be, the ratio matters because it's all about like the mouth feel. Like when you put it in your mouth and you chew it, it's a thing. I enjoy my heirloom tomatoes. They're the best. Yes, heirloom tomatoes are awesome. These are heirloom cherry tomatoes. Tomatoes quicker, put them in a paper bag and place it in a drawer. Yeah. However, seed daddy or less, there's nothing better than a vine ripened tomato. Oh, Vark dog, if you grow them outside, maybe use something, like, I don't know much about soil gardening, but if you use something maybe like, what's it called? Perlite? Perlite absorbs moisture, right? And so I think it'll help reduce the moisture, or maybe have some kind of like draining, maybe do like a raised garden bed or something. You can just make one where it drains nicely. And what's up, Urban Gardener? Enoch is in the house. Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. For those of you watching, I'm going to be on the Urban Gardener at 2 p.m. Eastern Time today. So head over to his channel and subscribe. You're not going to... He's got some awesome content, and it's a wonderful community. Bernie says, I like to let mine ripen on the vine. Not sure if that is correct, but they are sweeter. Bernie, I'm right there with you. I let my tomatoes ripen on the vine. That's what I was just telling Vark dog, is to wait, because he said he's impatient, and I can be impatient too, but it's worth the wait because it tastes, like I said, far superior than a tomato ripened off the vine. Ohio, these are tomato plants. I'm in ground, unfortunately. Well, I'm sure you can add amendments to your soil to help drain it, or to help... okay, Seed Dad was right. Perlite helps with moisture control. So maybe if you add some of that into your soil and mix it up, it'll help absorb some of that moisture so that your tomatoes aren't getting overwatered. Because it's tough with tomatoes. Once you overwater them, you can't undo it. The flavor's already messed up, so. All right. So I don't want these hitting the light, so I'm just cutting them down, and then I might get rid of some of these suckers, even though we've been leaving all on our tomatoes because they do bear fruit, but they do consume a lot of the plant's energy, so gotta make the call. What am I gonna do? My goal was to get plants that are more bushy versus tall, so I'm probably doing something wrong. Good morning, G Mama. Happy Saturday. So good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Technically, you can't overwater, but you can under aerate. Okay, that's a great way to portfolio, because it's true. Like, soil is soil, right? It's always going to be absorbing moisture. It's just a rate that it absorbs it at, I guess, right? There are things that you could do to absorb more faster. Hey G Mama, I'm curious, do you leave your suckers on? Thanks so much for that. Do you leave suckers on your tomato plants, or do you prune them off, G Mama? I'm curious. Using blackstrap molasses as food for your tomato, they will be sweeter and more flavor. 2 tablespoons of molasses per gallon of water. Water every 3 to 4 weeks. All right, Les the Tomato Whisperer. Or Seed Daddy. You can grow directly in water if you have enough oxygen. Perlite adds air for the roots. See, I was right. I got something right. I don't know much about gardening in soil, you guys. I just have my flower garden, and I did add perlite, and then I went to a hydroponic shop a while back, and they gave me some perlite for my lemon seedling. So there's perlite in that soil because that pot doesn't have any drainage at the bottom. So you can also use Microbe Plus with the molasses. Blackstrap molasses feeds the microbes. Cool. I didn't know that. I guess sugar feeds bacteria, right? Depends if they're in a hydroponic tower. I would prune, but growing outside, I let them grow. Yeah, I mean, I've just let my suckers grow, and I'm not sure if it affects the actual fruit production and the quality of the fruit, but left mine on. Perlite just creates space in the soil for water to run through and not get trapped. Yeah, so that might be a solution to your overwatering or to your tomatoes that may or may not have too much moisture. I wish I could grab a tomato shoot to my other plant or graft. Oh man, I would love to try grafting. Speaking of, I feel like I've talked about this before, but I saw this guy graft 5 different types of fruit trees. It was ridiculous. It was like an apple tree, a peach tree, a pear tree, a cherry tree. It was something ridiculous. And when it flowered at the beginning of the season, it was like the most beautiful tree I've ever seen. It was like picture Japanese cherry blossom tree, but with 20 different colors. Well, 5 different colors because it was 5 varieties, but it's just absolutely stunning. I use unsulfured blackstrap molasses. Cool. I don't know how, do you use that, G Mama, in your hydroponic system, like in your tower and stuff? I'm curious if that clogs up a system. Do not use molasses in a, oh, should have read Hasholio's comment right after. Do not use molasses in a recirculating system. I heard not pruning takes away resources from the fruiting limbs. I've heard that too. However, the suckers are fruiting, so it contains calcium, potassium, phosphorus, etc. Grandma's original molasses has more potassium in call. I had a tree, they grew 3 types of plums. That's pretty cool. Calcium locks out under 6.2 pH. Calcium is needed for firm fruit. Soft strawberries is the result of low calcium. Okay, that is good to know because we are struggling with the strawberries right now. I interviewed a guy who grafted 175 stone fruits on 1 tree. That is extremely impressive. Wow, 175 is insane. I use a water-soluble powder blackstrap molasses in my hydroponics. Very interesting. So you just obviously mix beforehand, and then do you add it in with your nutrients? Does it precede the nutrients? How do you use it, G Mama? Because I'm for some sweeter tomatoes. So I'm not cutting any suckers right now. I'm just cutting down the height. I don't want anything hitting the lights. And more suckers and more tomatoes, but smaller. That is probably why my second bucket system has much larger fruit. It goes in at the end. All right, good to know. Yeah, when I first started this, you guys, I was adding everything in the mix at once. Everything in the res at once, which was, and then I had a friend message me and they were like, you know, you can't do that, right? You're gonna get lockout. I was like, is that why my plants look like crap? Why do you have to put CalMag nutrients first when I can add the rest of the it precedes other nutrients because I think there's something in the calcium that doesn't allow the roots to uptake the other minerals. So I need to understand that better and research that. But I think it's something to do with calcium prevents. So, I don't know, what was it? I read about it. Hasholio, take it away. Or one of you guys in the chat, come on. You guys know this. Something that makes the nutrients unavailable for the roots to uptake because I guess they lock each other out. I don't know what the history is behind it, but there's something there. I understand how it's possible. I guess it's just the chemistry changes when you mix two things together, right? And if it's not in the right order, then it's like a recipe, right? When you're cooking or baking something, a lot of the time you have to add one ingredient into the other and not the other way around. And so it will lock out phosphorus. So yeah, I don't know why it'll lock it out, but something about mixing in a certain order messes up the availability for the roots to uptake. When your pH is out of range, it locks out nutrients. Yes. But when your nutrients is, because your pH is affected by your nutrients too, which is interesting, it will bond to other nutrients and not work properly. Yeah, there's a lot to it, you guys, but I've heard a lot of people tell me, like, just go back to the basics. Go back to, like, high school chemistry or biology, and that's probably something I should do. Either, you know, YouTube videos or, I mean, I don't think I have any old books or anything like that from when I was in school, but there's a scale and an order you should mix your fertilizers. Yes, I know that calcium precedes other nutrients, but I don't use anything else, so I don't really consider anything else. So you know what? I'm going to take a different approach with my tomatoes in the other buckets. In the other buckets, maybe we'll cut all the suckers off and we'll keep it that way and see the difference in produce. We'll see how it differs in size and flavor and how the overall plant does. Cation exchange is how nutrients interact with each other. I guess each molecule is either negative or positive charged ion, and there are double positive charged ions such as calcium. Whew! Stresses me out, man. It sounds very interesting and sounds true. Like I believe you. Yeah, this is that again. I have to go back to the basics. When I started this, I didn't realize that it was going to involve some type of knowledge of chemistry, and I remember the periodic table of elements a little bit, but I don't remember learning cation exchange. That is why we buffer our cocoa. How do you buffer your cocoa, Hasholio? Right. More CalMag, LOL. All right. So is that why Hasholio is telling me to add more CalMag? All cleaned up. Calcium nitrate is used to buffer cocoa. Double positive ions will knock all other ions off the media. Whew! Feel overwhelmed all of a sudden, you guys. This is what learning does to me. I'm just kidding. What's up, Bobby? Good afternoon. You only need to know this if you don't change your reservoir every week. I mean, it's difficult for me to remove all the water sitting in the system, so technically I should know these things because it's going to affect my plants. I can already see it. Like, I can already see that they're taking nutrients properly right now. I'm in and out in a bad area, shoddy signal. Oh, I hope it's not me. I test out my internet in here. I'll got an access point right above my head. You guys are super smart. Sheesh. Yeah, you guys are super smart. Thank God you guys are here. I need you guys. Soak it overnight in a bunch of CalMag. Yeah, my pH is fine. So, I mean, I'm already using the recommended amount. Again, I get all weird about using too much because people make fun of it so much. Did I miss good stuff yesterday? My internet went out the exact same. I don't know what you missed yesterday. I forget what we did. All these lives have become a blur, you guys. But for those of you that just joined, or Bobby, I know you just got here. You guys, just to close things off for today's live, I'll show you guys something that I'm really freaking proud of, and I'm really freaking excited. How much do you recommend using per gallon of cocoa? I just dump some in. That doesn't sound like you, Hasholio. You seem to be so precise. Okay, so again, for those of you that joined, or for those of you that have been following along, I germinated or tried to germinate seeds using a different method so that I don't waste time and I can speed things up and become more efficient. So I laid out a piece of paper towel, moist paper towel, on a sprouting tray, and I put my foam collars. We did this on Thursday, a couple days ago, you guys, and laid out all my foam collars. We've got 22 of them, and I went to go check on them today. I wrapped them in a towel, so they've been in darkness, nice, little bit insulated, and just hanging out in the grow tent. And check it out. They did exactly what I wanted them to, and I know that I just did this at the beginning of the live, so I apologize for repeating myself, but I am really excited. So still waiting for more to sprout, but there it is. Little seedling at the top, and then the root down below, and now we could just pop it in the grow tower, and that's it. Done. So I'm gonna just document this after I get off the live, which is why I'm not moving them into the light yet, but we're gonna get the ones that have sprouted into the light, and I'm just really excited. That's gonna make a huge difference for me. It's gonna save me maybe 2 weeks of time, and maybe even more, because I've never really understood how a seedling will if I don't screw with the root. I'm always breaking the root and putting so much stress on my seedling, and I'm just really excited that this method works, because now take it out of the sprouting tray, put it under the light for a few days so that the leaves just kind of grow a little more, and then pop it in the grow tower. So Thursday is when we pop these. So the seeds are fresh, I just got, but Thursday. So today it's just Saturday. It's been 48 hours. 48 hours! It's crazy. It's gonna be a game changer for me. Anyways, I'm really freaking excited, you guys. So yeah, and oh yeah, we're gonna try really quick just to pollinate that. Should have brought a new Q-tip down. The eggplant flower again. But yeah, that is going to change so many things for me. It's going to make things go much faster. And I don't know, man. I just really excited. Maybe I'll be able to... Succession planting will be easier now because I'll have a better timeline. 48 hours, is that normal? For me, it's quick because the seeds that I was using in the past were not old, but they were like a couple years old. These seeds are super fresh. So that could be why they germinated so quickly, or it could just be the environment. No heating pad, but no light. So I don't know if this is producing pollen yet. Again, this could be a calcium thing. I don't see any pollen. So I'm still having the same issue as I did in my last grow. So I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. It could also be light, but I don't know. We'll wait. Maybe because it's the first flower. I don't know. If any of you guys have eggplant tips, I'm not getting pollen production in my flowers. When I read up on it a little bit, it said calcium deficiency, so I'm assuming it's that, but we'll see. Anyways, you guys, so today's just a really good day. I'm really excited about the seedlings or the seeds that sprouted. Yeah, it's gonna change a lot of things for me. But anyways, you guys, 2 o'clock, head over to the Urban Gardener on YouTube. I will be there hanging out at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And happy to hear you're having a good day. Yeah, I'm having a great day. It started off great. Like I said, I got to meet this girl that I've been for a while on Instagram, and she's awesome at growing peppers. Like, the girl has grown less. I was telling her about all the varieties that you've got, or Seed Daddy, sorry. Yeah, and so nice to just connect with somebody from the community in person, and then to come home and see that my experimental seeds have germinated is even more exciting. Yes, Doyle, 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Pacific time on the Urban Gardener today. So come hang out with me. It's going to be so much fun. Get to chat with Enoch, and he's got some other awesome guests. Thanks so much, OG Plant Editor. Appreciate you. Sounds like a great Saturday. It is a great Saturday, and I get to hang out with you guys. So it's always a good time in the grow tent, chilling with you guys. Coffee, tent, and live. It's a good life. Everybody, have an awesome day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Come hang. We're gonna transplant maybe our new stuff into the grow tower. And if I don't see you tomorrow, have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Have a happy Sunday. And thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I really appreciate you guys. And thanks for all the feedback and tips. You guys are the reason I learn. So thank you so much. Thanks so much, OG. You're an OG. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Bye, everyone.